because the factories were like out in the open. So in order to kill his mutas, like I needed the Thors to be with the Marines, so he could have just like magic boxed them super easy. Or he might have even just had enough to survive like a volley or two, because Mutalisks regenerate so much. But Terran versus Protoss on this map. So I'll show you guys the build that I've pretty much been exclusively doing against Protoss lately. It's a gas first, mine marine drop of sorts. I really like it. I think it's probably I think it's the best build right now in TvP. I think it's the most ladder. I can't 100% say ladder safe because there are a lot of things that it's weak against, but I think it's the strongest overall build as far as like, because if you try to do like a gasless build or a Reaper build, then you're weak against fast gateways. Like any build you do is going to be weak against something. So I think this build is very strong, and it's weak against just enough things that like you can kind of accept that you're going to lose a game here or there to a certain strategy. But it gets a lot more effective, I think, than most Terran versus Protoss openers. It's either this or Reaper. I don't think gasless openers are really viable unless you're like Happy. Happy in Asus ROG was like sick good, but anyway, it's not a big deal. So, I gotta GLHF this guy. A lot of people in Korean server don't GLHF or GG. It's just, you just play, and that's it. And you lose, you leave. That's why when you get my replay packs, you're gonna be like, oh, Nathan, did you rage quit every single game you lost? And be like, not really. It's just going through games really fast, that's all. Replay pack is going to be huge this Sunday. Wow, it's Saturday already. Yeah, replay pack tomorrow to subscribers is going to be huge. Lots of games, lots of really good games too. I'm actually looking forward to showing you guys. All the games that I haven't been streaming will be in that. So that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, my new goal now that I got Masters on Korea, so I don't have to worry about people being like, oh, only Diamond or whatever. I'm just going to commentate heavily when I play on the Korean ladder, and when I play on the American ladder, I'm just not going to stream, and then I'm just going to play until I get Grandmaster. So I wanted to catch this guy's probe off guard. It's really nice, because by killing this probe, I delay his ability to scout. If you wanted that probe to tank my Widowmine shot, suddenly he can't do that anymore. And if you wanted to, yeah, like, it's basically really nice because it prevents, it kind of thwarts a lot of scouting options. So he no longer has super easy access to me, I guess, is what I should say. But this is the part of the build where my mineral requirement goes away, so I can afford to send an SCV out to scout. Of course, when you're going for a build that relies on knowing where your opponent is very quickly, like this one, for like this kind of fast mine attack, it is strong. The weaknesses of this build, Oracle play, can be rough. I still think it's possible to do game-ending damage if they go Oracle. Like, I don't think you're dead if they go Oracle. I've won plenty of games where my opponent goes Oracle. It's just, it basically turns it into like a really fancy dance. If you've ever been to like if you've ever been on a date before, I guess. If you ever danced, it turns into that. And that can be difficult, so I don't know how much you guys dance. He's got a lot of stalkers. He's got 2 stalkers. So no sentries. So he could be doing a 3-gate follow-up to a 1-gate expand, because he has the Nexus on the way. So my assumption is that if he's building stalkers, he either opened up with the Stargate, but that's too late because his Stargate would have finished about 40 seconds, about a minute and a half ago. So he would have already attacked me if he was going Stargate. Now, the function of this build, you load up the Marine medevac drop, you just kind of go for the, really nice timing. So the medevac drops hits the main base, and the Hellions go to the natural, and you basically want to bait out a Photon Overcharge with one of them. Like, you bait out the Photon Overcharge. What I like to do is drop onto the ramp. So behind this, I'm going to get my expansion together. I'm going to get like all the bells and whistles that I really need to play out a macro game. Alright, so he actually doesn't have enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. So what I'm going to do is just come up here and just start picking off probes. Oh, I get that stalker. Nice. Alright, so behind this we get 2. I need a bunker. So I did all that damage, and he couldn't really do anything about it, which is really awesome. So, one thing I need to be careful of, I meant to start that bunker. That SCV was sent down there really early for a reason, to start a bunker. I also need an engineering bay. This way, yeah. So it's a really nice build because you use the factory and you use the factory and the starport to build your reactors for your barracks. So you go straight into really nice bioproduction after that attack. And the cool thing is, I'm gonna get a second bunker because he has, yeah, he has 3 gateways. Let's not take any chances. But now. And I kept the medevac alive. The medevac keeping alive part is something I've been focusing on more lately. Okay, yeah, he's gonna get my, okay, that's fine. Normally you lose that no matter what, but that tells me a couple things. If he's sitting at home, I actually don't, I don't think he's going like anything weird like DTs. The missile turret at the front never hurts though. He's probably got an observer trying to see when I push out, if I push out. But the great thing about this is that you get a really, you actually hit the 10-minute stim timing. You still hit it. Like, that's the greatest thing about this build, is that you still have stim at 10 minutes, you still have a good number of marines, still have medevacs because you have a super early starport, and then I like to get the missile turret just in case they do anything weird like DTs at any point in the game. It's just nice to have a missile turret. So. My medevacs are out. I guess I could have kept that medevac alive. Probably didn't need to throw it away as early as I did. Could have already been going for some drop pressure. But yeah. I just like this because you're super safe. And look, I've got stim. Like, so good. I love having stim. It's really an amazing upgrade. At the same time, I want to bring this drop in. There's no pylon there, so I'm just going to drop onto that. It looks like he wants to take a 3rd base. No, thank you. Ghost Academy. 2 more barracks. It's almost time for your quinceañera. Alright. So I think I did a good amount of damage to that. Killed a lot of probes. I'm feeling really good after that attack. And we still have a lot. Now, the only thing I don't know about as far as his stuff goes is whether or not he actually researched Storm. Actually, no, I didn't kill the Templar archives. Okay, so he's gonna have Storm. Even if he didn't even start it. I don't know like how early those Templar got onto the field. But I'm gonna keep bringing the forward pressure because I don't think he can afford to make a lot of units. Even if he has Templar, he won't have much support. So this many medevacs, I should be okay. I just need to be careful that I don't like overcommit because I still don't have ghosts out, and to be perfectly honest, I can't really afford to make ghosts even though I have the Ghost Academy. So I'm just gonna go bring the heat. This factory is gonna scout for me. Yeah, see, he was already coming. He already wanted to do an attack. Yeah. I see that's like totally fine. What he just did there, totally fine. Because what this does is it opens me up in a big way. Yeah, he's getting an Archon. Okay, that's probably a bit much. I don't think he has an observer. No. That was close. Oh, easy. Alright, so you guys can kind of see like where I'm going with this. He went for that big counterattack, but you just got to keep bringing the pressure. And I've still got that Widow Mine. I got my +2 attack. Alright, let's make sure there's no one opening in this. Okay, good. That's good. Let's pull some ICDs from my other bases. I'm unsaturated. Alright, so there's no way this guy's Colossi. He doesn't have any money. So I think I just want to make my next wave of ghosts. I'm just going to go for it. Alright. Yeah, there's his army right there. Pretty pathetic. Alright. He's going to see me coming when I do this, but... Feeling pretty good. One of the reasons I love that build is that mine drop like didn't really kill too much, but just kind of like microed and danced around him. I think the Hellions got a couple shots off. I do want to see how much the mines did. I mean the Hellions did. I Ghosts can dance now. Oh yeah. Nice, let's watch the replay of that game. Hopefully you guys are doing the commentary. It's a little bit more difficult to do that stuff while talking about it, but I think we'll manage. Just make sure I'm not blocking my overlay. Okay, you guys can still see the game. Yeah, the storm that he missed, I think, during that fight, I'm pretty sure, and I'll go over it when I look at this replay, but I'm pretty sure that storm that he threw that completely whiffed was, he was basically, he thought I was going to step back, like he thought I was just going to run backwards into his storm, but instead I like split off to the left, and that really caught him off guard, so that's why that one storm missed completely. But I killed the probe, which is really nice, because he's scouted that I'm going gas first, so as far as what he knows, he just needs to open up with the robotics facility, which is totally fine. And that's one of the other reasons that I really like this. That's one of the other reasons that I really like this style is look how defensive he plays. He gets a really fast robotics facility, but this isn't like a setup for anything like an immortal all-in. He's not doing anything like DT play. This is purely him reacting to what he scouted, and he anticipates that there'd be fast Widow Mines coming. So this for me, oh goodness, what have I done? No, stop. Okay, I don't know how far ahead that went. Okay, but this to me means that if he's gonna prepare himself for like fast DT play, for fast Widowmine play, it means I don't have to worry about Dark Templar. I don't have to worry about Blink. Not really Blink, sometimes Blink, but I don't really have to worry about a lot of things like Stargate even. So he comes up here, he's got this, he actually walks in range of my Widowmine, which is really nice. I get to kill one of these stalkers for free. But I scan, I kill the Observer, just because it's 75 gas, which actually is a lot. He gets a really late Mothership core because of how fast his Robo is. So he doesn't have Photon Overcharge available. So by making him build this thing this fast, he doesn't have any sentries. He only has a couple of stalkers. He doesn't have his gateways as early as he could. And he doesn't have any energy on his Mothership core, so no Photon Overcharge, which is all because of the build that I picked. And then the Hellions, I just run them in here and just try to get some kills. They're like the icing on the cake. I actually think I actually kill that stalker. So I get 5 probe kills. And it's not like the craziest thing ever, it's 5 probes. But I think the follow-up to this build is where part of the genius comes in, because he still had to rebuild that Observer. So now he'll come in, now he'll focus down the Widowmine. But actually, yeah, you have to kill the Widowmine, but I just kind of dance around, and this is the part where I don't do any more damage. Should have tried to, I don't know why I attacked that gateway. Should have tried to focus down that Cybernetics core. I actually did not realize how close I was to killing the Cybernetics core. That would have been awesome. But behind this, like, it's the greatest thing, because you can just build the 2 reactors with these, and then depending on, and this is kind of what I was learning from playing practice games with Minigun and Dennis, is basically if I scout that they get the gateways, if that robotics facility is late as all and they're going for like late at all and they're going for like quick gateway pressure, then I can just build a second bunker, and I can scout his robotics timing with my drop. When I came in and only saw the 3 gateways, I wasn't sure at first, but aside from that, get the missile turret. It's kind of an order of practice here. And I've really been working on avoiding the whole supply block thing. Usually I only get supply blocked in Terran versus Zerg, just because you have so many more production facilities usually. But yeah, then he goes into Templar. I don't think there's too much more to look at. I just wanted to show you guys a bit more about the